Hi there, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm currently at work and I felt the need to put out a video because I recently put my most recent 3 videos on a private status. And the reason I did that, I'm just going to do a little walking around, is because they just didn't, they were at odds of what I wanted to do with this channel. Okay? Sorry, my coworker. I'm going to try and cover her up with my head. We all like to walk around during breaks. Well, usually I learn Spanish during break. That's my 15 minutes a day of Spanish is my first break in the morning. But this is more important. For those of you that saw my last video, the one I put out yesterday, I appreciate you. There was a lot of comments there that gave me some ideas and reaffirmed that I'm doing the right thing. All right, let me slow down. This is getting shaky. But I do want to give a few updates. And there's going to be some things in that video that I'm going to have to repeat because I had to put that one on private just because it continued the topic from the first 2 videos that I just don't want there. I don't want it to be there anymore. It just gave me too much anxiety. Okay. So the first topic I wanted to talk about is there's somebody that I've been meaning to mention for a very long time, and unfortunately now I have to walk back towards my desk because I wrote down her name. When I very first started this channel, I had left, just some comment on another YouTube channel, another person who was talking about, just gaining your confidence, just pulling off the Band-Aid, just start filming yourself, one of those kind of motivational YouTubers. And I just left a comment on her page saying, I just made my first 3 videos. I hope somebody comes and visits me. And this one girl, there was 2, I haven't really talked to the other one, but there was one woman, I guess I shouldn't say girl, almost back to my desk, that she was one of my very first subscribers. And on my very first videos, here, you want to see my desk? It's right there. That's my desk at work. Woo. On one of my very first videos, she gave me a lot of confidence. She left a lot of kind comments. She kept pushing me forward, making me feel like, I'm doing the right thing. And I want people to come visit her. And I'm going to stop talking about that after this. And I'll leave a link in my description if I can figure out how to do that. But the name of her channel is called Vlog with Patrina. And what she talks about primarily is her time that she spent in Jehovah's Witnesses. She had been there since a child, and she's just kind of going through that with her videos of what she went through and why she left and things like that. So if you have, if that's something that interests you, maybe go over there and give her a little bit of love on my behalf, because I'm getting a lot of love and I feel like she needs some too. Anyway, moving on. On Monday, I talked to a social worker. She called me back Monday morning and gave me some information about what my options are in terms of my mother. And it's going to require a little bit more research on my part, but basically my mom makes too much money to qualify for any kind of government assistance, but she doesn't make enough money to pay for this stuff out of pocket. And they're telling me that her insurance is not going to pay for it unless she needs it for medical reasons. And I'm thinking to myself, well, isn't Alzheimer's and vascular dementia, which my mom has, isn't that considered a medical need? I mean, she can't be left alone. She needs somebody to feed her. She needs help. But that's not good enough, I guess, to have her insurance pay for it. So I'm going to turn around again. I'm kind of scrambling to figure out what I'm going to do. I mean, obviously, I do work full-time still. My boyfriend, he works third shift, so he's there during the day and he's awake until about noon, but there's about a 4-hour gap in the afternoon where she's essentially left alone. And I need to figure out how to resolve that. And sorry, they're just following me around, I guess. I'm trying to avoid having my coworkers in my video against their will, but they're not cooperating with me. Anyway, so now I'm scrambling around. I have to figure something out. My little ideas for making money in the next year, it's not going to be good enough. Getting 2 jobs, that's not going to work, obviously. I have to be home. So I've decided, I don't know, maybe if I go all in on this YouTube thing, I have people telling me that for whatever reason, I guess I could just talk about anything and people will support me. And it keeps growing. I have over almost, we're coming up on 500 subscribers at this point. And despite my little trip up I made in the last few days. So I'm trying not to be too optimistic about it, but maybe I can get like, $300-400 from YouTube every month, and that can help me cover the costs of getting my mom some care during the day. I don't think YouTube will cover me quitting my job. That's kind of an insane thought, but you never know. I guess I'll just figure it out as it goes. But in the meantime, I don't know what to do about those 4 hours in the afternoon. She did say that there's daycare programs that I can sign her up for. They have like a half-day program, which would be perfect. And she said it's anywhere between $80 to $120 a day. I also have another option. I can maybe talk to my boss about going down to part-time. He's already let me go down to 6.5 hours a day. I'm supposed to be here till 5 o'clock every day, but I leave at 3:30 just so I can get home by 4. But that's even more money that's not coming on my paychecks. And I think we'll be all right. I don't know. Just right now we won't be all right. You know what I mean? I'm recovering from some financial problems that we had in the fall. And we're just now starting to get to a point where we're not scrambling to come up with money to pay bills every month. I mean, it's more of a check-to-check situation, but at least I'm not trying to come up with, schemes to cover my bills yet. Who knows what will happen in the future, right? Especially if I have to quit my job, which I just promised myself I would not do. But I should have took into consideration this. Maybe I just don't have the ability to see the big picture of things sometimes. I don't know. But anyway, I probably will make another video on my lunch hour. Maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, and I'll get there. I want to keep everything one topic at a time, hopefully. Anyway, before I leave, how about I show you just a tiny bit more of my work. Let me flip the camera around. Oh, I guess I can keep it like that, duh. This is the machinery that's used to build circuit boards, and that's what I do for a living. I was planning on making like a whole fancy video that kind of showed the process of it, and I might still do that someday. I just don't have enough footage that I like. And then I don't really mess around with these machines too much. Right now there's nobody here who actually knows how to do them other than my boss, who's the owner. As you can see, there's not a lot of work around here, so like I said in my other video, I'm a little worried about my job security. But I stay here just because it's so chill. He lets me listen to my audiobooks while I work. A lot of places won't let you do things like that. Helps me get through the day. And lastly, again, back to my desk. Those are the boards I'm working on today. I just have to go through and see if there's any errors and fix them. Yeah, pretty quiet place. Besides me, there's only 3 other people who work here, besides my boss and his assistant in the office. So it's a very quiet place to work. I like quiet. And speaking of sound in general, let me flip this back around. I have one more announcement to make before I'm done. I want to get this done before my break is over because there's this bell that goes off at the end of my break. Super loud, you won't like it. So, last announcement. I'm buying a microphone. Got paid today, so I got some money in the bank. I'm going to invest in my YouTube channel. I'm going to buy a microphone. Hopefully I picked out a good one. So next time you see me, well, after today anyway, I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, so maybe even after tomorrow, I'll finally be able to do some cool stuff because I can walk away from my phone and I don't have to worry about how close the microphone is to my mouth. So that leads me into one last thing. How much time do I have? Okay, I can't see it. Oh my God, the buzzer's about to go off. I'm going to stop it here and I'll talk about it at lunchtime. See you guys later. Bye.